The talk I wanted to have about today is it's actually about that article that was posted about ZeRo yesterday. World's best Smash 4 player is worn down by haters and a harassment. Uh, like this is something you see in you see a lot of hate in all areas of life. I understand that, but I just feel like we as a community can and should do much more. Uh, of course, if you are in a position like ZeRo is in, that a lot of the times will bring in a lot of haters. But I don't know. I feel like a lot of people they go way too far. And reading this article, I can't even say way too far. It's beyond that. It's absolutely insane about getting threats about someone going to this tournament, bringing a gun, and then shoot him. Like that must be insanely hard to deal with. Like I've had some haters over the years as well, but nothing remotely close to this. And I've also felt bad about it at times in the past. And as I said, on a level way below this, and hopefully it never reaches this point. But I guess basically what I wanted to say is that even though, of course, like at tournaments, it's very rare that something absolutely crazy happens. But first of all, it can happen. Like, because a lot of people, they are in the mentality like, oh, this is not happening on my watch. It's not happening where I'm going. But things in an unpredictable fashion can happen. And you might be there when it happened. And I know some of my friends and stuff at tournaments as well, they've also felt like a bit bad at times. I know ZeRo tweeted about like some of his fans and stuff when they're cheering for him in tournaments, and people get very rude towards them, and it just sucks. I feel like if you want to support your guy, you should support your guy. Scream your lungs out if you want to. Root for them, cheer for them, but I feel like the Melee community, if you compare it to regular sports and stuff, and I'm not saying it's okay doing this during regular sports either, but our community has always been so much more close to each other. And that's one of the things a lot of people like about the Smash community, that, how do you say, like, the top players and the spectators, the distance between them it's not very far. If I go to a tournament and someone wants to come up to me and talk to me, it's very easy most of the time. But if you go to a game of basketball, it's not like you can be like, oh, LeBron James, you want to take a beer? Like, it doesn't work like that. And I feel like that's one of the beautiful things with our community, that we are very close to each other compared to regular sports. A lot of other esports can't really compare to us either. And I feel like that's something we should try to maintain as much as we can. And when people when they are acting in a very disrespectful manner, if you see that, then tell these people. Like, no one can make all the changes necessary, but we all can do something, right? And if you do see something that is happening at a tournament that you feel like, oh, this is bad, this is wrong, then let that person know that. Maybe you can convert someone for the better. At the very least, that's what we all should be hoping for. And yeah, I said, like, reading this article, it just makes me sad. I'm like, this game, like Smash 4, like, ZeRo loves that game. I know I love Melee, and like all the competitive players, they love their game. And having people literally hating on them and threatening to kill is like, you can destroy people's life with that shit. And I understand some people will say like, oh, you need to grow some thick skin, you need to toughen up, and of course that will be sadly necessary in this world, but that's not a reason to not improve. So even though players in a position where they can receive a lot of hate, then yes, all of us can probably do a better job dealing with it, but as I said, that doesn't mean that players or spectators that might be able to make a difference, that they shouldn't do that as well. I don't know. I just feel like it's a very hard topic to discuss, but I feel like this article, like, it has brought more awareness to people, so hopefully we can see some sort of change. A lot of people, before they read this article, didn't understand how bad it can actually be. This is, of course, more of like the exception to the rule. Like, people that receive hate within the Smash community, like Melee, Smash 4, it's normally not this bad, as far as I know, at least. But sometimes you gotta be the change you want to see. And I really hope I will never ever have to read an article like this again. Like, it really makes me sad. It makes me sad. It feels bad. Like, we're supposed to be a close community. We have each other's back. And even if you don't like a player, you don't have to. But don't make them feel horrible and bad about their lives. They don't deserve that. Even if they play a boring character, a boring play style, they don't have the personality you like, or whatever reason it might be, that realize that the words you do say, the actions you make, that have an impact on people. And this is not like, oh, like, this is Twitch chat or Reddit or whatever. It's just words on the internet. Words are never just words. So if you're writing something on the internet, if you're not ready to tell that to someone's face, then you should shut up, to be honest. Then you should just shut up and not say it at all. So yeah, just try to remember that everything we do, it has impact. Sometimes for the better, sometimes for the worse. And I might be naive, but I want to believe the best in people. And I do believe that everyone can do better than they currently are. Even if you're doing really good, I believe you can do even better. And even if you're doing really bad, I don't think it's a lost case pretty much ever. So yeah, it's like, if you want to see happiness, bring happiness.